The Nigeria National Oil Corporation (NNPC) is engulfed in a $3 billion scandal. $3 billion was allocated to the NNPC to refurbish three of Nigerian refinery by the previous administration, President Buhari. But we just found out that this money has been completely embezzled. The refinery is not working. We heard a couple of months ago that the refinery is technically completed. Not knowing that this money was embezzled, few works were done in the refineries, and now it took the current administration 2 years to realize this was a scam. Everybody doubted the previous management of NNPC, that the refinery was completed, that the refinery was producing petrol, which was false. That was why the current president sacked him after 2 years. But why does the current administration have to wait 2 years to realize that the refinery was not producing petrol like we thought? This was the reason why they were fighting the Dangote refinery. They were calling the Dangote refinery cabal. They refused to end the importation of petrol because they understand that they do not have the capacity to produce petrol within Nigeria. So that is why they were importing. You see, Nigerian is something else. See, this country is a stench of corruption. See, people are just corrupt because they know there are no consequences. You see, this $3 billion has gone down the drain. Those people who are involved will not get prosecuted. That is how the Nigerian system works, because the management of NNPC are not the only one that will be involved in this corruption. Politicians will be involved, members of the National Assembly, ministers from the previous administration. That is how the Nigerian cabal works. They don't just eat the money alone. They ensure the money is distributed among the respective quangos of the Nigerian state. The National Assembly gets its shares, the police gets his share, the Attorney General, the judges, everyone gets the share of the $3 billion. So when you take the case to court, it becomes difficult to prove. The case continues to drag on for 10 years without having any final verdict. So Nigeria is a joke. $3 billion. That money is enough to build a brand new refinery in Nigeria, but that money has went through the drain. They did everything to frustrate the Dangote refinery because they do not want them to be found out. Just because the president realized very late, 2 years late, and decided to appoint a new MD for the NNPC. And look at what the guy is doing. The guy has fired every previous management of NNPC because they have found that the refinery